So if I can rise from a refugee camp, just like that one where I met those little children, what could they and millions of other vulnerable people achieve?
Are migrants a drain on society or a force of good for development of a nation?
I believe we can save many lives.
Afghan-born Dr. Wahid Aryan is a leading British doctor and radiologist, and he is one of countless refugees and migrants who have made significant contributions to their host countries. After all, one can only look at the United States, the land of opportunity, a nation of migrants and a melting pot of cultures, to see how migration can help drive progress. 40 million people living in the US were born in another country. Among them, many that came from the Middle East and North Africa and left a mark in their various fields. From Apple giant Steve Jobs, the son of a Syrian migrant, to space entrepreneurs like Anousheh Ansari, and countless businessmen and women and Hollywood actors and actresses. In the UK, Mohamed Salah, the so-called Egyptian king of English football, is one that many look up to, but he is one of many whose stories are overlooked. International Migrants Day celebrates the stories of courage, resilience and diversity that have shaped nations and enriched lives. Benefits that often go unnoticed, especially when politicians discuss this issue.
I think we know that a significant proportion of NHS workers are immigrants and part of that refugees. And we know that the NHS wouldn't be able to run if it wasn't for those people. I tell people that I came to this country as a refugee. I now say it quite proudly.
I've always wanted to be a doctor, I suppose, because the idea of being able to help others when they're most vulnerable, that appeals to me a lot.
And once you have been removed, you will be banned for life from travelling to the UK, settling here, or becoming a citizen.
Despite the frequent attention given to irregular migration, it represents only a small fraction of overall migration in the EU. Recent cases, such as the UK's deal to repatriate migrants to Rwanda and Italy's agreement with Tunisia to stem migration, underscore a broader political focus across Europe.
They will have to live in a centre until the situation changes in Syria, or they choose to go back voluntarily, as some of their countrymen already has done.
These countries, including the ones mentioned, are in fact in need of labour force to boost their economies. Therefore, rather than emphasizing border control measures or the repatriation of individuals to their home countries or third-party nations, the crucial approach should be centered on integration.
The point that I think a lot of people don't understand is that our economy can grow only as fast as the people can produce the goods and services. And so if we don't have enough people to produce goods and services, we're not going to grow.
The native-born U.S. population doesn't have a lot of babies, so we don't even have replacement level fertility. In the absence of immigration, the U.S. shrinks, the population gets older and smaller, the economy becomes less vital. The flip side of that is that everything about America's future resides on the decisions it makes about its immigration policies.
The benefits of migration are often overlooked. Instead of focusing solely on border control or repatriation, states should pivot toward the essential integration of individuals into the labour market, fostering unity, understanding and progress.